yo! Here we go! The Supreme Creator, that's who I serve. This new religion, it's inside you. Because you're Mandela affected. We all star seeds. We all are star seeds. This is a Penguinati Crew production.
And then you have people that are like you, wanderers, star seeds, people that come from other worlds. And this is maybe your first or second time on Earth. And you have a very difficult time acclimating to this world. It's dense. It's very difficult compared to the world you came from, and you don't want to be here any longer. People that are like you, wanderers, or star seeds, people that come from other worlds. More serious subject, we're talking about taking your own life. Very serious subject, and Rose has some things to say about it. I made a video on it back in 2020 and 2021, but those videos often get buried in the algorithm, so I thought it best to create another video for 2022. Rose, taking your life, suicide, these type of things, this is a high entropy decision, something that really nobody should contemplate unless they are in a very, very dire position physically. There are implications, right? I mean, when you take your life, it's not like your problems just go away. I mean, they do in the sense that, you know, you don't have debt anymore. Right. You may not have the same relationship problems when you go into the spirit world, but you still carry with you, the trauma and the pain from what you brought out of that past life.
Chad, thanks for having me in your program again.
Sure.
Yes, it doesn't end there, because also with my awakening, and I find out I basically took my own life and my past life, and in a kind of way, not like, like by not taking care of and doing, OD basically on a drug OD, like my past life. But when you come out of your body, there's other problems. It's like that, because this problems ends here when you come out, and then you come to a different dimension. And because then you find out this was all game. This was just the school. This was the kindergarten. And you're supposed to play and have fun and enjoy life. And then you just like ended when you become this problem solving. Because Source, God gives us some problems, us the soul, and make it more interesting, and you go through, and then each challenge teaches us things to enjoy the new things in our life much better. And then you're like, I just give up, and then you see, if you didn't give up, what your life could be. I basically, Source took me up, and I seen what happens, and then I kind of regret taking my life in my other lifetime.
Yeah, I think people don't realize that there is something beyond your current problems, no matter what it is, whether it's financial, whether it's relationship, whether it's health. Like Rose said, life is all a test.
Yes.
And when you take your life, you're actually cutting that short, and you're failing right there on the spot. And we get to reincarnate. We have to come back. We have to do it again. We have to face our karma. And it's like Tom Campbell says, it's not like you come back where you left off. You come back in even a worse place. And once you take your life once, it becomes easier to do it the second time and the third time. And it's not looked favorably in the spirit world.
No.
Your spirit guides, council of elders, they don't look kindly upon that. Now, there's not like there's punishment. Some people think if they take their life, maybe they will go to hell. It doesn't work like that. The way it works is that you will have to come back, and you will have to face challenges again, such as what happened with you.
My life was so much more harder this time, and I had the same kind of challenges, and I had to overcome, and I faced so many times, not just once, so many times, people would just take their life, they taking their life with the reasons like that. But this time I was resilient. This time I said, I'm not going to give up. Because in the beginning, my grandmother taught me, it's like the God created you, you've been created and given gift. And this is basically taking your life, saying it's like, I don't like your gift. And she told me there's a waiting list to come have this chance to be alive here. And you got to fight. And if somebody didn't love me, didn't care about me, and I knew God loved me enough to give me this life. And because usually people take their life, and you got to look at it, why that is happening. There's either love issue or money issues, like, people lose what they have and they feel they're embarrassed, shamed to start all over again. And, all those things happened to me in this life. I had a love issue, problem, felt like, my husband didn't love me when I was married, and losing everything you have. And this time I said, you know what, I hit the rock bottom. I can't get any worse than this. I could only go up, and I didn't care what other people thought about me. It's like I cared, I believed God loved me, and I kept going. And we cannot be heroes, we can't, because after you take your life.
Yeah. So I think it's important to understand that if you're feeling like taking your life, there are options. Speak to help. Get professional help. Say here is that sometimes people kill themselves as a way to punish those people who believe harmed them. Like, I'll show them, I'll take my life, and then they'll feel guilty for the rest of theirs.
Right.
And that's really the wrong way to go about it. And if you are feeling suicidal, please, get some help, get professional help. I urge you not to do it, because the people that took their lives in Journey of Souls and Destiny of Souls, there were some cases where people did commit suicide, and Dr. Michael Newton said that when those people did that, they immediately regretted their decision when they saw their consciousness just continued on.
All right.
It just continued on, and then they realized, oh, there were other options. I didn't have to do that. And I think, especially young people are very prone to taking their life when things go wrong, like a relationship. They don't have the life experience to understand that things can get better. Dr. Newton talked about this in Journey of Souls. He says that there are 3 different types of souls that take their lives. You have a beginner soul, somebody who only has maybe 1 or 2 life experience packets, so to speak, as Tom Campbell says, and they're not very experienced here, and then they just ended shortly. Rose, any final thoughts?
Don't take your life. It's not worth it. And because you're going to come back to redo it, and then next time it's harder, because they want to make sure, because we are infinite beings. There's no end. Just getting out of your life doesn't mean your problems end. And now when you get out of this body, there's other levels of other knowing. More you know, there's more problems comes up too. And that's for a different video. But you just end up, simple thing. This is a kindergarten, nursery school here. When you come out of your body, when you see it, you're gonna be like, oh my God, what did I do? And I want to just go back, because sometimes, it's like I'm able to rise my conscious, and I do samadhi, going through samadhi meditations, and this is the perfect place to be. You don't want to go anywhere else. This is the easiest what we have is here. If you think this is hard,
yeah, wait till you experience some other realities.
All right.
I was feeling a little bit low, a little bit before I met you. Views were slipping, and some people were admonishing me. Actually, to say they were, some people weren't happy about the whole Patreon thing. And I wasn't going to say I was thinking about ending it all, but, since I've met you, I've had a renewed vigor for life.
I'm glad.
And we've got some plans together for the future as well. Maybe we'll reveal that someday. And thank you so much for joining us. We wish you much love, peace, and happiness. Remember, if you're feeling like suicidal, get help.
Definitely. Wishing you health, wealth, love. Namaste.
Namaste.